Right, so as some of you might have heard, the power rankings got sabotaged this week. It was a noise filter issue. Not sure what it was. So, in lieu of doing proper power rankings, I'm going to do a blast through speed round power rankings for week 3 of the Dris Bowl. It's going to be straight through, no bullshit, no messing. I'm going to put on the glasses. 1 second.
Rankings. Rankings. Rankings.
Rob Face Power Rankings. Well, how you getting on? Here we go. So Shauna was 10th because she is on 3. She's averaging 81 points a game scored in her, which makes her have the 8th easiest schedule in the Dris Bowl. She is 10th in points per game scored, but she's averaging 69 points a game. So what I did was this week, because Shauna is averaging 69 points a game, I actually put her 9th. So that means Connor's 10th. Connor, if you have a problem with it, then you should have scored 69 points a game. But you didn't. You're on 3-2. You're 9th in points scoring with 79 points a game. Next time, score 10 points on average less per game. You are 6th in terms of schedule. You are getting 98 points per game scored on you. Devonta Freeman's not looking good to return. The Vikings D actually saved me last week because they suck dick. So, bad for me, but also good for me. Your song was pretty great, Connor. Shauna, you need to get hope Level gets traded, blah, blah, blah. Next is on the power rankings, and he's going to give me some serious shit for this, is Dell. I'm sorry, Dell. I know you're 2-1, but you're 8th in points scored in the whole league with 80 points per game. You have the easiest schedule in the Dris Bowl by far. 70 points per game only being scored on you. You're 2-1. Unfortunately, Dell, I had to put you at 8 this week, and I will explain why when I get to the next person. The butt kicker was a good pickup for you. The Gronk Timmy connection is super important. Doug Baldwin's back this week, Dell. I think you're going to like that. He's going to be a serious player for you. Also, you let go Chris Hogan, much to all the celebration in the Hogan household. So that brings us to number 7. Richie, I had to do you a solid here. I feel bad for you. Every Dris Bowl feels bad for you. It's like watching Free Willy because those whales got banged and you are getting banged. Richie, 133 points per game being scored on you. You're 4th in points scored in the whole league per game. 104 points per game you're averaging, and you're still 0-3. Your team's good. Carlos Hyde is going to be good. The Bears D was a great pickup. T.Y. Hilton is going to be getting no deep balls from Andrew Luck because Andrew Luck sucks dick and his shoulder is jobbed. I'm sorry, Richie. I did my best for you. I put you up to 7th even though you're on 3. That brings us to the next person who is going to fucking kill me for this. John, 2-1. 7th in points scored in the whole league. 84 points per game. But you and Dell yucking it up with the 10th and 9th easiest schedule. Dell is getting 70 points per game scored on him. You're getting 74. You beat Shauna last week. Pretty good. Big Ben was a great pickup. Beast Mode should have got more points. John Gruden is a dipshit. Kerryon Johnson is going to be a beast for you, John. He's going to be a number 1 for the rest of the season. You're playing Martin this week, and I think you're going to lose, baby. So John went up 2 spots in the power rankings this week. Richie went down 2, and Dell went down 2. 6 and 5 is John and Martin. Martin 1 spot ahead of John, went up 2 spots this week as well as John, and they are playing each other this week. The reason Martin is 1 and 2 and he's ahead of John, Martin is 6th in the league in terms of scoring. He's 88 points scored per game. Martin is averaging 7 points more per game than John. He's also got the 3rd toughest schedule, 102 points per game scored on Martin. He's got one of the healthier teams in Dris because he traded away all his injuries. Carson Wentz was a great pickup. So Martin and John, neck and neck going into this week, and they're playing each other this week. That brings us to number 4, who dropped down 1 spot this week, and that's me, 2-1. I'm the 5th in scoring with 97 points per game scored. I've got the 4th toughest schedule, just behind Martin, 100 points per game scored on me. Kirk Cousins shot the bed, but he still outscored Tom Brady. Nice. I sat Will Fuller 2 weeks in a row. I'm a gobshite. He scored 16 and 17 points consecutively. I'm pretty sure I benched him for Keelan Cole like 2 minutes before the games last Sunday. Playing Shauna this week, and she is no Cam or she's no Jordan Reed, so I think I'll win. I think I'll go 3-1 and hopefully score some more points this week. That brings us to number 3. He's still going to give me shit for this, even though he's number 3. It's Danny. He's 3-0. He came off a monster week in which he shellacked Richie. Richie has played the top scorer on the team in the Dris 2 weeks in a row now. Poor Richie. Danny is averaging 109 points per game. Obviously, the 145 game week last week helps him. That is the third most in the Dris Bowl. He is 7th in terms of points scored against them, with 91 points per game scored against them. He made nearly all the right calls last week, apart from, I think it was like Mike Williams or something, but when are you going to start Mike Williams? Josh Rosen is coming in Arizona instead of Sam Bradford, so that should be good for David Johnson's production. Kareem Hunt needs the Chiefs D to tighten up. The fact that the D is sucking so much ass and Patrick Mahomes is just a gunslinger, it's not really game script and Hunt in, but hopefully that will change. The D needs to tighten up, and I think they will. You're playing Dell this week, Danny, so I think you're going to go 4-0. Next person in the power rankings going down 1 spot this week is Michael. Lost narrowly to Baz by only 2 points. Michael is first in points per score and per game in the Dris Bowl. 125 points per game scored. That's pretty sweet. The 5th easiest or toughest schedule, depending which way you want to look at it. 98 points per game scored on you. So close to beating Baz this week. 2 points in it. Your team is just so stacked up, Michael. You got Todd Gurley. Saquon Barkley's getting so much volume in New York. Michael Thomas, I agree with you. I think he's going to be the number 1 receiver in the year. You got Alshon Jeffrey, who you picked up off the waivers after I think Danny dropped him. That's pretty nice. Calvin Ridley, monster 3 touchdown game on your bench. And just, if things weren't just good enough for you, Michael, Sony Michel's going to get a boost because Rex Burkhead is on the IR. Russell Wilson's going to get a boost because Doug Baldwin's coming back, and you're playing Connor this week, so you should win. That brings us to number 1. Number 1 this week is definitely Baz. He's 3-0, top of the string, 114 points per game scored. That is 2nd in the Dris Bowl, and 104 points per game scored on him, which is also 2nd Dris Bowl, so he's 2nd in both of those categories. He's top of the string. The Patrick Mahomes Tyreek stack is so nice. Adam Thielen and Juju putting in work every day, and it's so hard to start Robert Woods, and you have him on your bench, and Robert Woods is so good. So that's your power rankings this week. Going up 1 spot this week is Baz at number 1. Michael dropped down 1 spot to number 2. Danny moved up 1 spot to number 3. I moved down 1 spot to number 4. John is 6. Martin is 5. Richie is number 7. Even at 0-3, his team is just getting shellacked every week so badly. I feel bad for you. Dell, you're at number 8. Just the points scored and how easy your schedule was. I apologise. Connor and Shauna didn't technically move. Technically, Shauna was 10. Connor was 9. Shawnee averages 69 points per game. So you are the winner of this week's Dris Bowl Power Rankings. Richie is Rob's Faye's Big Job of the Week. Sponsored by Cans.
Rankings. Rankings. Rankings.
Rob Faye's Power Rankings.